From the WDWL TV multiplex, live from Studio G, we proudly present the pride of the station, the Two Grumpies, starring the grumpy old man, oh, me, and the grumpy vulture. Would you like to take your bow? Take your bow. There, very nice, very nice. Okay. No, 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 no. You can't be sitting. No, no, back in your corner. You know where you belong during showtime. Not up here. There. Well, friends, Grumpy did it again. Just before airtime, I realized the netbook is on the front seat of the truck. Yeah, I did bring it. I had so much shit to gather up because I had items that I needed while doing my prep work for the stream that I brought everything else in and didn't realize until the control room went, "You're live," that the netbook is sitting in the shitbox. So, after tonight's stream, I will go out to the shitbox, get the netbook, bring it in, and put it right here on the console. That way, when I come in tomorrow, it will be here. Yes, Grumpy is starting to suffer from old-timer's disease, I guess. At least it made it to the parking lot. It's a lot closer than it was yesterday. But it's not here. It's out there. I know, Grumpy. Give it up already. We are never going to see the netbook. Yes, the netbook is a reality. It is. I do have one. A Gateway netbook. Unfortunately, I do not have it here. It's out there. I know you're not going to believe me until but at least I was honest enough. I didn't make up some story like, oh, it was stolen from me as I was accosted in the parking lot and beat over the head to get my netbook because some collector needed it for his collection. No, it's sitting in the truck. I did have a very interesting situation happen a little while ago when I went up to the corner to my favorite little mom and pop grocery store. Yes, the one that's owned by the two brothers. Somebody mess with the microphone. It never fails. So when I approached the store, I noticed the parking space on the end of the parking lot next to the sidewalk is available. Wonderful. That way I can pull in, angle the truck so that it's kind of facing downhill. I can leave it running, leave the heater on so everything circulates so the truck will warm up. Because in this weather, I only drive when I have to. For the next week, it's going to be like brutal here in Cleveland. Yeah, we're going to be in single digits. So the days I don't have an errand to run, I will be running the truck in the driveway. That way I keep the battery up and all the fluid circulating through the engine. I warm it up. That way it'll start the next day. So I have the truck in the parking space. There was no one in the store. So I'm chatting with my favorite brother. I wish I could. I can't pronounce his name, and I'm not going to attempt it because I'd murder it. I'll just call one my favorite brother and one my not so favorite brother. So matter of fact, we were talking about what happened yesterday. Now, it's 4:30. I figure I'm okay. While we're chatting, we hear the door open. We both turn to look to see who's coming in the store. Whoa! It's Richard Cranium. He comes in the store and immediately looks at the floor and goes to the back of the store. Now, this isn't Richard Cranium's usual modus operandi, something like that. He comes in and he plays lottery. The lottery is to the right of the cash register. All the lottery tickets, all that there. He comes in. First thing he'll do when he walks in the door, make a right turn, stands in front of the lottery counter. Not today. He came in and almost did one of these. He was looking directly at the floor and went to the back of the store and remained there. So, what does Grumpy do? Does Grumpy complete his purchase and leave the store? Not. I decided to carry on a conversation with my favorite brother. I was asking him about his new truck. He just bought a brand new Toyota Tacoma with the smaller pickup. I was discussing, what options he had on it. Did he get a manual? Yeah, just mainly to piss Richard Cranium off. So I find out he's got almost every option except it's an automatic. Okay. Now, I know he learned to drive on a manual because there aren't that many automatics over in India. Why? I don't know. I'll ask him why he bought this particular truck over one with a manual. And I was just deliberately asking about certain items on the truck. Does it have 4 or 6 power ports? Like I care, Did it come with floor mats or did you have to purchase them extra? Just any stupid question about the truck to see what Richard Cranium was going to do. Richard acted like he was looking in the cooler in the back. Now, there isn't anything in that cooler that Richard would want because it's all Indian food that's back there. Well, maybe he likes Indian food. I don't know. So every now and then I would kind of glance towards the back, and Richard would be kind of glancing towards the front to see if I was leaving. Every time we kind of exchanged glances, I continued asking about his pickup truck. Finally, it got to be the point, I think I asked everything but, how many filaments are in the light bulbs in the tail lamps. So I bid my favorite brother good evening and walked out the door, only to see Richard Cranium's Jeep parked all the way at the other end of the parking lot. Oh, I guess he didn't want a seat full of snow again. Yeah, he parked all the way down next to the dumpster. Now, he never parks that far away. We both know why he parked that far away. Because he didn't want another cold ass on the way home sitting in a seat full of fucking snow. Oh. But yeah, it was hilarious. He come in and immediately looked at the floor and went right to the back of the store. Gee, what happened to Mr. I'm going to take you out in the parking lot and kick your ass? Turned into the wimp that I thought he was all along. I was really tempted to yell to the back of the store, "Hey, Richard, I'm waiting for you to take me in the parking lot and kick my ass. How long do I have to stand here?" But I decided I would just let him kind of stew back there in the corner. But I wanted to. Oh, did I want it? Because I knew he was waiting for me to fucking leave. I was so tempted to yell back there, "Hey, I'm waiting for you to kick my ass. Here I am." I don't know why all of a sudden he's coming in the store at 4:00. He always used to come in between 12 and 1 to play his lottery. I don't know. I don't care. He must have money to blow because everybody knows the lottery is like Vegas. It's aimed at the house. I can't remember the last time I heard of a big winner in Ohio's lottery. So he's as bad as the guy that comes in with a brand new Cadillac. Oh, yeah, we got a retiree, got a brand new black Cadillac, comes in every day to play $15, $20 worth of lottery. What is with these retired ass people blowing their fucking money on lottery? What's your chance of winning? 1 in 300 million? I know everybody's like, if my number hits. If you haven't won anything big in, I'll say, 6 months of playing the lottery daily, fucking give it up already. All you're doing is throwing money at all them officials that work for the state so that they can all drive their brand new fucking cars and have their yachts out on the lake. It was a big fucking lie. when it came to the state voting on a lottery. And it was like, oh, we're going to give our profits to the schools. Bullshit. Oh, they give money to the schools, all right. About 2%. The rest goes to administrative fees. Yeah. So they can all drive their brand new cars and live in their big fucking mansions. If you want to waste your money, give it to Grumpy. I could use it. I told you the story about the woman 5 years ago. Her husband passed away, and he had an $85,000 life insurance policy. In a year, she blew it on lottery. $85,000. And did not win big. I think the most the one brother told me she hit for was $1,000. $85,000 in a year. Gone. Her poor husband is rolling in his grave. And had she not lived in the neighborhood and played the lottery at the brother's store, nobody would have known it. Oh, it was big news in the neighborhood. It really was. About 14 months after her husband passed, she was crying in the store that she was fucking broke. And someone who knew her said, gee, didn't you get your husband's life insurance money? And she was, well, yes. And whoever was talking to her said, well, where is it? And she said, I played the lottery. $85,000 worth of lottery? Holy yachapuck. Unfucking believable. She was buying piles of scratch-off tickets daily. $5, $10, $25, $50. They even have some $100 scratch-offs now and then. Oh, yeah. She'd go out of there with a stack of scratch-offs every day. I bet she got carpal tunnel from fucking scratching all them goddamn tickets. And then to blow it all. Now that is an addiction. That is almost as bad as my buddy's mother. She got addicted to the home shopping network. He wasn't paying much attention. And he'd come over one day, and she always had the one bedroom door closed. And he says, Mom, how come you keep this bedroom door closed all the time? She was like, oh, I just like it closed. Well, he decided to look in the room one day, and there were stacks of unopened boxes. And he asked her, he said, what is all this stuff? And she goes, oh, I bought it off the home shopping network. He said, that doesn't answer my question. What is all this? Well, some is jewelry, some is this, some is that. So at that point, he looked into her finances and discovered that in a year, she had spent $28,000 on the Home Shopping Network and bought so much shit, she didn't have time to open it all. UPS man would show up with 8-10 boxes, she'd stack them in the room. So it took him a while, but he got in touch with the Home Shopping Network through their legal department, determined what she purchased and what she could return that was unopened. And some of it was stupid shit that she bought. But you know how they hype it. Oh, look at this wonderful dog collar encrusted in rhinestones, regularly, $89.95 on sale for $49.95, but only for the next 15 minutes. And then they do the countdown, and they're showing, yeah, spotlights on the dog collar, and it's glistening with rhinestones, and only 10 more minutes. Get your order in, make your calls, 5 more minutes, 3, 2, 1, okay, sale closed. And that was how she spent her day. And she would really get into it. Oh my God, look at that. A rhinestone encrusted paintbrush. Oh, I need at least 4 of those. Yeah, some of it was stupid shit. A lot of jewelry. I think they were able to return about $10,000 worth. Maybe a little more, but there was a lot of stuff they wouldn't take back because it was no longer carried in stock. So he was able to put a lot of stuff on eBay and sell it, but there was no way they recovered $25,000, $28,000 worth. But yeah, the sad thing, her husband passed away, and she was lonely, really, but would never say anything to the family. Now, they would check up on her. She had certain family members that would call her every day, but it wasn't like she'd sit there and go, oh, I'm sad, So unless somebody was sitting in the house with her, they didn't know what was going on. And she would buy this shit, and there would be so many boxes coming in that she would just put them in the back room because, God forbid, we'd miss some deal on the Home Shopping Network. And finally, her one son took over her whole estate. He got appointed, watcher over her. And he would give her an allowance. And then one of her kids would take her grocery shopping and would take her to run errands. It was sad, but they had to keep an eye on her constantly. And they also advised the Home Shopping Network, if she calls in to buy something, that her account is basically deleted. It's closed. And they got the Home Shopping Network to agree that if she attempted to open up another account, no. And this shit goes on every day. She wasn't the only one. And it's sad that people get to this point where their only enjoyment in life is Home Shopping Network or lottery. Yeah, it becomes an addiction. And when her family members would say, Mom was addicted to Home Shopping Network, people are like, oh, you can't get addicted to that. Yes, you can. And she had a bedroom full of boxes to prove it. And anybody that plays the lottery daily is addicted. Whether they want to admit it or not, they are addicted. They have to go up there and play that lottery and, cash in a ticket. Oh, look, I won $10. Yay. Do they put the $10 in their pocket? No. They buy $10 more of lottery. So they get it and they give it right back. I see it constantly. Very rarely have I seen somebody win and put the money in their pocket. There was a guy a couple weeks ago. Now he was somewhat sensible. He won $100. He put 50 in his pocket and he bought $50 worth of scratch-off tickets. But I can guarantee if he didn't win anything on them scratch-offs, the 50 he put in his pocket went right back to buy $50 more worth of lottery tickets. It's unbelievable. And like I say, if you have to go up daily, you're addicted. But see, I don't know if there's any GAs, Gamblers Anonymous, around here. And if there is, the person has to be willing to go. It's like AA or NA. You have to face your problem. Now, some people, the court demands it. Like with alcoholics. If you're pulled over for a DUI, the court will make it part of your probation. You will, attend 3 meetings a week. Or I've never heard anybody sentenced for gambling. But if you aren't forced to go, you have to admit you have a problem. And these people, they don't think they have a problem. Their thought is, oh, tomorrow I could be that big winner. And then tomorrow comes and they're not the big winner. Well, tomorrow I'll be the big winner. You're just throwing your money away. You might as well pick up your lighter and burn it. Or give it to Grumpy. I'll gladly hold on to it for you. I might borrow a few bucks here and there, but yeah, as a matter of fact, back several years ago, there was a woman, I think she paid $30 a day. She would play $30 a day. And I says to her, I says, hey, I'll make you a deal. Give me that 30. And I'll give you back 15. And she's like, well, what are you going to do with the other 15? Well, if you played that whole 30 on lottery, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose that whole 30. This way, you're getting 15 back every day. She said, well, what about the 15 you're getting? Well, I'm the lottery. And she says, no, you're not the lottery. What? Let's just imagine I'm the lottery. And you give me $30. And I'll flash some lights and go bing, 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 winner, winner. And I'll give you back 15 bucks. Now, wouldn't that make you happy? You get the excitement of flashing lights and you hear a bell go off and you hear somebody yell, winner, winner, winner. I won. How much did I win? $15. She wouldn't go for it. I thought it was a good idea. I would blow whistles and ring bells, and I'd bring in a light bar and turn on the strobes, get a PA system. Winner, winner. They play it for the excitement. I would have given her that excitement. She wouldn't go for it. I wish she would have. I wouldn't have mind making 15 bucks a day for just flashing some lights and blowing some whistles and yelling, winner, winner. Would have been a nice side income for Grumpy. And at least she would have been getting half her money back every day rather than losing it all. But I couldn't convince her. So she's just losing 30 bucks a day. Rarely do they get a good payoff. Rarely. There was one guy that used to play the serial numbers on the scratch-offs. He would write down the last ticket. And then the next day he would come in and he would check to see how many tickets were sold. And he thought for sure one day he was going to hit it big. It never happened. All he had was a page full of serial numbers. Oh, yeah, he thought he had a system worked out. Oh, every so many, there's going to be a winner. If there was, people would be winning all the time because they would get, okay, every 50th ticket is going to be a winner. Well, there's no guarantee that the next time you come in, you're going to be, number 48, maybe the guy that bought lottery tickets before you was the winner. Oh, yeah, he thought for sure, like, every 100th ticket is a winner. So he would watch the serial numbers, and when it would get close to that 100, he would buy whatever it was. Oh, let's see, we're 5 away. Okay, give me 5 tickets. And then there was no winner. So I guess he didn't have it figured out. But, oh, yeah, people, they think, there used to be some kind of program you would download in your phone, It would forecast when a winning ticket would hit. Well, yeah, it was an app that you had to pay for. The only person winning was the person selling the app, It ain't that easy, people. I don't know. I never played the lottery. I never had any inkling to play the lottery. Some people, they just have to do it. And like I say, if you're going in daily, you're addicted and you need help. You know, I really want to talk to the guy that owns the Cadillac. I know he retired from GM and he bought it on his plan. I would hate to see him come to the point where he was so low on money, he'd have to sell that Cadillac because I know that's his pride. It's spotless every day. So I'm sure he goes home and pulls it in the garage and wipes it all down. I would hate to see it come to that point because that would break him. I guarantee that would break him, having to sell that car. Because I overheard him telling the one brother that all the years he worked for GM, he never owned a brand new car. And he had a little savings account. Every month he would put so much into that savings account towards a new car when he retired. Well, unfortunately, every year or two, the car prices go up. So what he planned on originally wasn't the price. When he started the account, cars were probably selling for $8,000. Well, now they're $80,000. But I know he saved up all the years he worked at GM to buy that new retirement vehicle. And I would hate for him to be so broke that he would have to sell that car. But see, he won't admit to himself he's addicted to that fucking lottery. It's sad, people. It really is. But until you admit you have a problem, nobody can do anything about it. Oh, if he's got sons and daughters, they can harp on him, Dad, you got to quit blowing your money, and he's like, until you're convinced in your mind. Nothing anybody can do. Like Richard Cranium. Every day. Although that's probably the only enjoyment he gets out of life because I know, nobody talks to him. He's pissed off all of his neighbors. He alienates everybody that around him. And he could be a decent guy. But he comes across as an asshole. He might be somebody that I could sit down and have a cup of coffee with. But he just alienates everybody and anybody. One of these days I'm going to ask one of the brothers, does anybody know his name? Has he ever gotten that friendly with anyone? I know I'll just continue calling him Richard Cranium or Dick Head. Fits either way. But of all times for me, not to fire up my video on my cell phone. Oh, that would have been hilarious. Because as soon as he came in, his head went right down. Right in the back of the store, hid in the corner. Every now and then he'd kind of peek around, is he still there? Well, he could have heard me talking. He'd have known I was still there. So I just deliberately, asked a bunch of stupid questions about his new Toyota Tacoma truck. How many bolts hold the license plates on? Only 2? Are you sure? Did you look, see maybe there's 4 holes? Only 2, huh? Okay. How many speeds on the blower for the defroster? 3 or 4? 3. Oh, okay. Gee, they changed it. My Toyota's got 4. But my Toyota's 25 years old. They had to save on switches, Just any stupid-ass question I could ask. And I know that the brother caught on real fast. So he played along, But yeah, he would not come out of that corner until I was out of the store. And it was hilarious seeing his Jeep parked on the opposite end of the parking lot. I guess he's not the big, tough guy that he makes it out to be. Although maybe I'm the first one that ever called him out on his bluff, Because I should take you out in the parking lot and kick your ass. And then finally, somebody finally said, all right, I'll wait. Get done buying your lottery tickets. We'll go out in the parking lot. And he probably suddenly got the shock like, holy shit, somebody's actually calling me out. Oh, what am I going to do? Then he makes up that excuse. Oh, you're lucky I don't feel like it today. Okay. Maybe tomorrow? Do I get a rain check? Should I write up a contract? Can we get it in writing? What day you're going to kick my ass so I'm ready for you? Yeah, I'll never forget the first time he said that. I should take you out in the parking lot and kick your ass. And I just said to him, hey, if you plan on kicking my ass, you better pack a fucking lunch, because it's going to be an all-day job, pal. And that might have got to him. Because anytime he would threaten me, I was like, okay. Matter of fact, the one time I followed him out, he said, what do you follow me for? I said, well, aren't you going to kick my ass? No, I got somewhere to be. You're lucky. Yeah, big fucking blowhard. Grumpy called his bluff. Evidently, sitting in that pile of snow on the way home must have changed something in his mind, like, maybe I better not threaten to kick his ass, because maybe he could kick mine. Yeah, while he was at home warming his frozen ass and using a hairdryer to blow dry the seat in his Jeep. Not to mention probably used a heat gun to warm his ass up. Oh, I love that. He never noticed. He opened that door and jumped in there. And then it was like, oh, shit. He's standing there. I better not get out. And then drove home with a frozen ass. Oh. I was actually, although he don't know where the fuck I live, but, I was waiting for a knock on the door, Are you Mr. Grumpy? Yes. We need to have a little chat with you. We have a report that you damaged somebody's property. Oh, really? I didn't know you took police reports for frozen rectums. I could see the officer going, what? Well, isn't that what you're here for? Some asshole with a frozen rectum? Well, no, we're here for snow on a seat. Oh, really? You have evidence? Well, no, it melted. I guess we don't make a report about anything then, do we? Well, there was snow on his seat. Yeah, but did he take pictures? Well, no. Did he take pictures of his frozen rectum? Well, no. His word against mine. I didn't do it. Okay. Sorry to bother you, sir. That's okay. I support the blue. Have a nice day. Drive safe. We will, sir. See ya. And that's the way it would have gone. Unless he had a picture of his frozen asshole. His word against mine. Nobody saw me do it. The store doesn't have outside cameras. That much I know. You think I would do it if there'd be proof on video? Oh, no. I know where all the cameras are. I helped them adjust them one day when they were putting them up. Because I had installed security cameras in my house at one time. And when they were putting them up, I'm like, are those autofocus? I don't know. I looked at them and he's like, no, you have to focus these. Where are all the cameras at? Well, here. So I told him, all right, watch the monitor. I'll adjust the focus. Got it? Okay. And we did it to every camera in the store. And there weren't any outside. So I knew nobody saw me put snow on Richard Cranium's seat. It was his word against mine. And I destroyed the cardboard box when I got home. So I didn't do it. He thinks I did. I didn't do it. Okay, have a nice day, Mr. Grumpy. Sorry we bothered you. No problem. I like talking to you guys. Unless he took a picture of his blue asshole. No proof. So that made my day. It really did. I was like, oh boy. Yeah. He walked in that door with his head down, and it stayed down until he got to the back corner of the store. Because he knew who was parked in his parking space. The asshole with the shit box. Yep. The asshole with the shit box parked on an angle. See, that's what bothers him the most. Not that I'm in his spot, it's that I'm parked at an angle. Because many times he goes, "Don't you know how to park?" Well, yes. And if I don't angle my truck and put the left front tire up against the concrete barrier, it'll roll out in the street. That's why I need that down. That's why it's the only spot in the parking lot that's at an angle. So I just angle the truck that way and rest the front tire against the parking barricade. And that way I can leave it run and warm up. It's what happens when you don't have an e-brake. And that's what bothers him the most. It's not so much in that space. It's being crooked in that space. Because many times you go, "Don't you know how to park?" Well, yes. Now, I didn't give him the satisfaction of explaining why I parked that way. Although that probably wouldn't have solved anything. But yeah, I don't have an e-brake. The cable is seized up. And I've poured about 10 cans of WD-40 on that cable and it won't loosen up. And unfortunately, being 27 years old, parts on that. Now, on eBay, I can get the 2 rear cables. I don't need those. Those are free because I've checked them. But see, they connect. And then you have a cable. See, there's a bracket. And each back brake cable goes into one side of the bracket. Then, in the middle of the bracket is where the cable attaches that comes from the brake lever. That's the one that's froze up. Now, I've been told I could get some of that steel cable and some clamps and just make one, because all that is a pull lever, pull cable. By the time I was told that, the weather was too fucking cold. So in the spring, I'll buy some of that steel cable. And that way I'll have an e-brake again. But for right now, I have to piss off Richard Cranium and park at an angle in his parking space. Although maybe the one down by the dumpster is his new spot. I'll have to drive by the store. I used to be able to do it between 12 and 1. Maybe now I'll have to do it between 3 and 4 and see where he parks. Maybe that's no longer his spot. Maybe he likes the one down by the dumpster. More safe and secure. Although, if he pisses me off again, open his Jeep door, reach in the dumpster, and just toss some shit from the dumpster on his front seat. Grumpy could get revenge anyway. Snow or dumpster crap. Works for me. Yeah, I'm a rotten old bastard in my old age. That's why they call me Grumpy. Yeah. I wasn't always this way. No. Once I hit 65, it's like a rite of passage. You can you can become an asshole at 65. And people go, that's because his age. Yeah. After 65, the mind goes, just ignore him. Yeah. If you look it up in the manual, age 65, turn into asshole. Approved. Yep. I bought some of these filters to see how they work. And that way, at the end of the month, when I go in and see my oncologist, first thing he's going to say, did you cut down to 5 cigarettes a day? I'll say no. But I use these fancy filters now. And I know he'll say, I told you 5. I don't want to hear about your fancy fucking cigarette filters. I'll say, well, I'm at 10 with the filters, Doc. I'm going to catch hell either way. But I told him, I've been smoking since I was 15. It's not an easy habit to break. Of course, when cigarettes started going up and up and up and up, I said, when they hit $5 a pack, I'll quit. Well, then they hit 6. I used to smoke Parliaments. Now the fucking things are 9 something a pack. So, when they hit 6, did I quit? No. I found $5 a pack generics. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, they're like $4.97 a pack. With tax, it comes out, I don't know, $5.25, $5.28. So I'm a little bit over that $5. But yeah, I told everybody, oh, when my goddamn Parliament's good, $6 a pack, I quit. Well, I did. I quit smoking Parliaments. Now I smoke LDs, which is a little joke between me and the brothers because my initials are DL. So as soon as I come in the door, it's LD's for DL. Yep, LD's for DL. He didn't know, he didn't believe me at first. I showed him my driver's license. I said, look what my name is. He's like, oh, yeah, LD for DL. Yep. All right, the secret's out. Grumpy is my stream name, not my real name. I just play a grumpy old man on TV. Okay? It's not okay. Oh well. Yeah. Like them commercials. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. Well, I'm not a grumpy old man. I just play one on YouTube. And I hate these stupid things, but maybe it'll get me out of an ass chewing with my oncologist. I doubt it. I've been watching because usually a couple days before my appointment, I have to go see Vampira and get stabbed. So far, there haven't been any orders, although I got till the 30th. Oh, yeah, that's going to be an interesting week. On the 29th, I have my appointment with my new primary care. On the 30th, I have my appointment with my oncologist. And on the 31st, I have my appointment with my pain management doctor. It's going to be a week of doctors. 2 of them, I have to drive out to the hospital. 1, I look out. His office is right up the street. But yeah, although I get to knock all them doctors out in 1 week, it's just drive out to the hospital, come home. Next day, drive out to the hospital, come home. 3rd day, drive up to the corner. Voila. Yeah, my pain management doctor's so close I could walk. Grumpy walk? No, not in this lifetime. But yeah, that's how close he is. It sucks to get old. All of your engagements on your calendar are fucking doctors. When you're young, it used to be, okay, we're going to the club this night, and we're going to the bar this night, and, we're going to a party this night. Now it's primary care, oncology, pain management. Sucks to get old. And speaking of getting old, everybody's saying, Grumpy, the stream's getting old already. For Christ's sake, sign off. So, we're going to fire up the tablet, and you know what's going to happen. It's going to go right to the goddamn intro music. Come on. Grumpy, learn how to put something in an ashtray already. Holy yatchapuck, it's 20 degrees outside. I knew it was cold. Okay. Aha! We caught it before it started. All right. Outro. Here we go. Yes, we know where. Right here. Studio G. Tomorrow night. Although I've been told the new studios are almost done. Maybe tomorrow we'll be introducing a new studio. Then again, maybe not. because they're getting tired of me using Studio G. CEO keeps telling me you're wearing out your welcome radio. All right, give me my own studio. I'm the only employee out of all the on-air personalities that don't have his own studio. I used to, they took it away from me. Now I bounce. Although it is nice doing the premiere debut of all the new studios. And with that, friends, Grumpy and the Bird wish you a wonderful evening and hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And with that, we will meet again tomorrow night. See ya.